We need to talk about pet store piggies. That's piggies bought from places such as Pets at Home or Petco or PetSmart. Here in the UK, Pets at Home, who have over 400 stores across the country, recently stopped selling guinea pigs and even asked people who'd bought piggies from them to return them. But is this some kind of freak occurrence? And what made Pets at Home respond so drastically in this case? It all started with a post shared on social media which read, "This weekend, Pets at Home won't be selling guinea pigs. All customer-facing colleagues right up to managers and the customer service team have been told to tell any customer wanting guinea pigs that they can't be sold at the moment as they're new in store and need a rest period." As it turns out, this was not the case. Later on, a Pets at Home spokesperson said, "We have identified a small proportion of cases of infection in our guinea pig population, resulting from Streptococcus equizoepidemicus." I don't know whether I'm saying that right, but I hope I am. And it sounds pretty nasty, right? Some strains of Streptococcus are carried naturally by guinea pigs as well as other animals like cats and dogs and horses. This particular strain can cause something called cervical lymphadenitis, which is swelling or abscesses in the lymph nodes of the neck, difficulty breathing or rapid breathing, nasal discharge, lethargy or weakness, and a reduced appetite. Ultimately, it can lead to pneumonia and the guinea pig passing away. And in very rare cases, this strain of strep, as it's sometimes called, can also spread to humans through direct contact. I delved into the science here, and there are some reported cases of guinea pig bites resulting in a strep infection in humans. So supposedly Pets at Home are contacting new owners, or at least encouraging them to get in touch if they're worried about their guinea pigs. But for some who've bought guinea pigs from Pets at Home recently, it's too late. And there are several stories emerging where guinea pigs have passed away due to respiratory illness. What strikes me as odd is that they were only closed for 2 days over the weekend with no details on the action that they've taken. A course of antibiotics can last 7 to 14 days. So what happened to the ill guinea pigs, and how are they sure that the other ones are healthy? I really hope that any ill piggies are continuing to be treated behind the scenes whilst all others have been vet checked, as is expected of Pets at Home to do in any case of illness in their stock. And therein lies the problem. They are stock, and these companies selling their stock need to make a profit. Making a profit is not treating poorly animals. Making a profit is also not openly sharing that their animals could be carrying infection. And unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. In my experience from talking to new owners who have bought pigs from large pet store brands in the past, and what I've heard from rescues, illnesses in pet shop piggies are extremely common. And whilst the pet shop and the piggy enclosure might seem clean and sanitary, it's the places where these pet shop piggies come from originally that are the source of the problem. Breeding mills, which you might have heard of in relation to puppies, also exist for rodents. Everything from hamsters, mice, rats, guinea pigs and rabbits. Breeding back to back in stacked cages and cramped conditions to fuel the pet shop industry. With so many animals kept in close quarters, the risk of infection is naturally very high, and that risk is increased further when stress is introduced, such as when young animals are taken away and transported to the pet shop floor. And guinea pigs, just like rabbits and other prey animals, are very good at hiding when they're ill. So an illness like Streptococcus, which has an incubation period of 1 to 2 weeks before symptoms show, can go unchecked until after a guinea pig has been brought by an unsuspecting new owner. And there's other issues as well, which I won't go into, but missexing of young guinea pigs is a big one, and it still happens, resulting in the selling of pregnant females or a male and a female pair that could then go on to have babies. In an ideal world, there would not be these breeding mills. There would not be pet shops selling live animals to anyone who walks in off the street, even ones where the staff are understanding and knowledgeable. But we don't live in an ideal world, so what do we need to know? Firstly, please be wary of getting your new piggies from a pet shop. Do your research on other options, and in my opinion, the best option is to adopt from a rescue. And I really mean that. I know I say it a lot, but there are loads of guinea pig rescues out there. Just search on Google or Facebook, or use resources such as the Guinea Pig Forum and rescue lists you can find online. I know that you may want young guinea pigs, which rescues don't always have. But young guinea pigs, especially those from a pet shop, can take a long time to settle in. With very shy young guinea pigs, you don't get to know them that easily. You don't get to form a close bond with them from the start. A lot of people struggle with taming, and they find it frustrating when the guinea pigs are constantly scared. This can also put children off making the effort to look after them. Whereas adopting older, more confident, well-socialized guinea pigs from a rescue can be a much more rewarding experience from the get-go, and I think fewer people would regret that decision to own guinea pigs if they adopted them. However, if you are set on pet shop piggies, or maybe there's no alternative, and if you've done your research on owning guinea pigs in general as well, when you go into that pet shop, look at all the piggies in the pen. If any of them look to be potentially ill, then avoid buying any of them, as they could be infected. If you're in the UK as well, don't shy away from asking about the recent events and whether any of the guinea pigs in front of you could have been exposed. If you do go ahead and purchase a guinea pig that looks healthy, do not introduce them to your existing guinea pigs, if you have any, until they have been quarantined for at least 2 weeks. Secondly, be vigilant for any signs of respiratory problems in the weeks after bringing them home. This includes any or just one of the following: frequent sneezing, a runny nose, runny eyes, a funny sound when they're breathing, acting more tired or not being as active or vocal as their cage mates, and not eating as much. In particular, difficulty breathing or making funny noises like crackling and hooting and wheezing when breathing should be treated as an emergency, because it basically means the infection is bad enough for it not to be possible for your guinea pig to hide it anymore. Normal guinea pig breathing is silent. Their body rises and falls gently. They should not look to be breathing heavily or bellowing or breathing too quickly if they are just minding their own business in the cage. Some symptoms, breathing noises included, can seem temporary, but don't assume your guinea pig is getting better on their own. So if you are worried, get them to a vet as soon as possible. Ideally, an exotics vet if you can, or if it's an emergency, any vet that will do out-of-hours appointments. Don't wait to get in touch with the pet store unless you can hear back from them immediately. And if you do get in touch with them and they say wait a day or two before seeing their own vet, I wouldn't wait. Respiratory problems can set in fast, and personally, I would take them to a different vet and try and claim back the cost if possible afterwards. I have heard a lot of unpleasant stories from owners who have had pet shop piggies pass away, so I'm sorry for the kind of depressing video, but I really wanted to raise some awareness that this is an ongoing problem, and no, it's not necessarily restricted to recent events at Pets at Home. We will have a fun video next week, I promise. But in the meantime, ask any questions in the comments below and share your experiences to help those who might be worried about their own piggies. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!